Rob Lee!
Hello.
It's Monday. Lee's back. Rob's got a toe. Ooh. What we're up to?
Yes, lots of wood up this week. Some more QA, fixing levels, getting it all ready for Friday's release. All the achievement stuff goes alongside that. And then I believe Jack is working on Skystead Ranch this week, finishing up the Founders Festival stuff. Maybe some Founders Festival stuff for Hexseed, we'll see. And I'm not sure what Rob's doing.
I'm doing Skystead Ranch stuff and some DIY, so should be fun.
Okay, a little DIY update. So I've been hard at work basically, making a big mess. Oh, don't look at that, don't look at that. But yeah, I've been building a prototype table for the gaming tables that we want to do. So the tournament size for Warhammer is 4 foot by 6 foot, which this is. You can see, it looks like a bed, doesn't it? But the drill's run out of power, so it's charging, and I'll finish it in a bit. But essentially, we've got like a sort of like a shelf on the bottom here. This is where we'll keep all of the terrain pieces and things like that. And then we'll have another board going on top, which we've already cut. And that'll be where you can play against each other. The thing is that it's just massive, so we're gonna have to do some research on how big we need them. This is like the biggest size that I think we need. But yeah, it's a lot. And we've also gone through a lot more wood than I anticipated as well. So we've got these bits that still need to go on top when the drill's charged. And then we've got these bits here for the escape room, which I need to be working on this week as well. So fingers crossed this is at least enough to start on the escape room falls wall. And then, yeah, I guess I'll finish this when the drill's charged.
Okay, so last Friday I decided that I would go out on a whim at the end of the day and just try and make the Founders Festival skylit. And I came with this random design no one was in. I sort of just made it myself. I knew I wanted to go for a sort of candle-esque design, so I came with this little guy here, did a little render. I think we're going to call him a wick. Really happy with the design. It's very simple and sort of subtle. It sort of looks a bit like a candle version of Bao, and the animations are quite similar to Bao as well. Kind of shares the same sort of movement. I'm really happy with the kind of stuff I've been making so far, so I'll have a quick dive into the animations. Got a little jump animation here, very squishy, quite happy with that. I won't show them all off because I'll wait until they're actually in game. We've got the special one here which I'm really happy with, as this is inspired. This one's a little inspired of Hades from Hercules, if anyone knows the scene where he gets really angry and his fire goes everywhere. There is going to be some VFX attached to the top of wick here, to the actual wick of the candle, so the fire will get a bit more explosive, making him look a bit more angry. And a bit more, not aggressive, but a bit more, unstable, which I quite like the idea of. So yeah, quite happy with the design, quite happy with the animations. It's in Unity now, so hopefully Rob can get him in game and see how it looks.
So finishing up today's vlog, I went ahead and made all the level fixes. So you can see there's quite a few that are sat here. Yeah, pushed all these back, made all the changes that were suggested. And as well here you can see these are Aaron's levels that he's been working on. He's not in this week because we have another work placement instead, so I've had to pick up his levels as well, which was pretty straightforward. Simple fixes, all done now. I did essentially redo this level, and the only reason for that is because I wanted to make these circles a bit smoother using the circle tool, and there wasn't really an easy way to do that, so I've just gone ahead and remade the level. Hopefully that's fine. Still needs testing, we'll see how it goes. And other than that, now all that's left is there's 2 of Rob's levels there that need QA testing, so I'm going to jump in, get those played up, and yeah, hopefully get a step closer to getting this ready for release.
Okay, so I've begun work on the Founders Festival boat that will show up at the P and obviously sell you all the unlockables that you can acquire during the event. And yeah, I did some very quick sketches. Didn't do as many this time as I thought I had an idea of what I wanted to do pretty early on, and it was sort of this sort of fire aesthetic boat here. Robin really liked the idea of this type of boat here. I forget the name of it, I'm sure Lee's going to put it in the edit. But I really like this design and this colour scheme and the sort of like fiery effect coming off the front. So I made a quick mock-up model rather than draw anymore, just to sort of get an idea of how I want the actual boat to look, to show the guys, just to give them a bit more of an easier visual aid. And yeah, they seem to really like this, and yeah, I'm really happy with the design as well. Can't wait to get the colours on. So I've actually begun modelling the full ship now, and as you can see here, it's a lot more detailed. It's still in progress, obviously. I've got to do all of the actual middle portion of the boat, but it's come along quite nicely. I've got our main character in here, as a sense of scale, as occasionally I'll forget to actually add the character in, so when I actually model the boat and import a unit, it's a bit too big or a bit too small, so I'm actually working around the character this time. Yeah, it hasn't taken too long to actually model all this out. I think it's taken about an hour and a half or something like that to do, so hopefully it won't take too long to actually model the rest of the boat.
Yeah, so today has been a lot of Wooloop QA. So the DLC comes out on Friday, and there's been a bunch of fixes needed. Lee did loads of great work yesterday trying to get it all done. So I've gone ahead and QA'd a load of stuff. There were two more levels to push back, which I'm about to QA now. And yeah, just plodding on with that. I use the controller for Wooloop because I find it quite a lot easier, to be honest. But yeah, I've also just spent some time to clean up the office a little bit because we've got a very special guest arriving later. My mum's visiting, so she wants to see the office. So just had a quick whip around and a bit of DIY work as well. So the drill bits that I've been using are a bit rubbish and old, so I've snapped them. So I basically just started the DIY stuff and then I had to give up. Okay, yeah, so we are working on a Hexseed again. So Jack has prepared a few assets for us to use for the upcoming birthday festival. Or was it Founders Festival, we're calling it? So yeah, just getting that all in game. So you can see the colours that we've nicked are basically just straight from the website. Honestly, because it is supposed to be a celebration of Toasty Labs. And yeah, just getting the assets in. It's a little bit awkward with Hexseed. It's just a lot of asset creation that you need to do. That's not a great example of a level, is it? I'm not going to solve that. It's the same level again. What am I doing? Here we go, yeah. So here are some of the icons. I think there's like 7 of them. So there's a party hat as well. The little spirally thing. So yeah, that's all good. Another issue that we had though is because we've been working on Xbox, there's been a lot of issues actually trying to get a PC build that doesn't include all the Xbox based stuff. And that's usually not a problem, but because Microsoft need a PC build for the PC side of the store, it's been a bit awkward, but I've gone ahead and fixed our build pipeline. So you can see up here, now we've got, it's specifically for Steam, debug and release, and then we've got a specific mode for Xbox as well. So now, once we've got one of these Steam ones selected, and do build all and upload, everything builds and works fine. Okay, just a quick escape room update as people walking past. Let's just blur them all out. Enjoy doing that, Lee. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier in the week that my last drill bit broke, so this is basically as far as we've got in building the false wall. But look, ooh, I've got some new drill bits. So fingers crossed, these are like proper ones, so fingers crossed they won't actually snap quite as easily. But yeah, I'll be getting back onto that next week, pretty sharpish, I think. I just didn't want to do it today because I had a lot of admin to catch up on. But yeah, going through here, I've also managed to buy a mask, which is something I should have invested in a long time ago, especially when cutting all of this wood. My lungs haven't been quite the same since I cut this MDF. And I know from doing all of the laser cutting that we did for the Skystead Ranch Kickstarter promotion that inhaling wood dust is very bad for you. And it took several months for me to actually recover from that. So yeah, I've got this. So everything's going to be nice and safe from now on.
Okay, so I've actually started off the next Colouring Voxels DLC, which is going to be Egyptian mythology, which should be a really fun one. So instead of just doing like pyramids and landscapes, it's actually going to be a lot of mythology stuff from the actual era. And yeah, it's been quite fun so far. So I'll start off with Anubis, probably one of the most iconic ones, and I've done Anubis' jar as well. Typically, there's not really nice things inside these jars, but Lee had the good suggestion of putting honey in it. Because during the excavation of Tutankhamun's sarcophagus, I think they found jars of honey, so I thought I'd put honey in it instead. And I'm also doing Ra over here as well, which of course is still in progress. Going for a bit more of a golden aesthetic to match the sort of dark aesthetic from over here. But yeah, hope that won't take too long, and hopefully next week I'll be able to get a better update on how it's actually going to look all together. During the stream today, I also did manage to finish off the next board for the for the Skystead event. And yeah, it's all textured up now, so hopefully this will be making it into the next Skystead update, hopefully in August. And yeah, really happy with the colour scheme. Definitely matches the overall design, which I showed off yesterday, I think. And yeah, really happy with this one. So I'm going to get this exported, and then Rob can hopefully get it in game and see how it looks.
Yeah, I didn't do much of an update yesterday because there's a lot of Wooloop going to do the level fixes. There wasn't that much pushback, but a little bit back and forth on some of them, and I managed to get them all ready for release today. And then today as well, I've gone ahead and got all the achievements uploaded and working as well. So that's them all there, and they're all good to go. Other than that, though, there's been a couple of extra sort of things happening. So back on Hexseed on Xbox, can't show much this page, but I'll show off this list of status for complete and incomplete. And this is just one more of the DLCs. I'm very nearly done with this one. The ones that are left are the different alphabet, Chinese, Japanese, etc. So very nearly done with that. Left the hardest ones to last. And then as well as that, we had some good news regarding Warhammer. So we got a call from Games Workshop today confirming that the order has gone through, the credit checks are all done, etc, etc. There's no data available yet. This is the tracking information. We will see actual tracking on this when the order is processed. And yeah, we should be expecting that next week.
Rob Lee. It's totally Friday.
Friday,
yes.
The phone was dead on Friday, so we're recording it later. But thanks again at the end of the video. As this video comes out, we have the music DLC for Wooloop, came out last week, so check that out. And then we have 2 new DLC coming up in the next month, which will be the 1990 DLC for Colour Pixels and the Egyptian Mythology for Voxels. So check those out as well. The store pages should be live by now.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks to all the Patreons. Thanks for Mam, who visited, check out the office. And thanks to Jacob, who was our work experience last week.